Ladies and gentlemen, we are getting ready today to ship out these game-worn Jonathan Quick goalie pads. 2011, 2012 Stanley Cup winning season. Incredible piece right here, guys. Incredible piece. So we're going to take a look at it together before we ship them out to a great collector in the Los Angeles area. Exactly where these pads should be going to their quote-unquote forever home. Stanley Cup year, guys. Unfortunately, these pads were not worn by Jonathan Quick during the later of the season. He had the same model of pads, except this part here was black, and that's what he wore to win the Stanley Cup and throughout the whole playoffs. But these were photo matched to a bunch of Getty images from the earlier part of the season. So October, November, we have photo matches of Jonathan Quick wearing these exact pads right here. Pretty damn iconic still, if you ask me. So let's take a look at them in details. Now, I'm not a Vaughn expert. Can you guys tell me what the model is here? I see a 4. Is it called like Vaughn 4? Or what's the model of these pads? And I know Tim Thomas wore similar color pads, but in the Bruins color when he won the cup as well. Very popular model set right here. Let's take a look at the side. You have Quick stitched on this side right here. You have the Vaughn logo stitched. You see the stitching is coming off a little bit on the V. You got the straps on the back. Look what Jonathan Quick did here. He took some goalie skate laces and tied these two together. Wonder why. For sure it's for some performance reason, but specifically why, we would have to ask Jonathan Quick. See the back of the pads here. Let's see what the label here says. This leg pad conforms to all new league rules, including an 11-inch 28 centimeter in width and all other requirements. And you know who was in charge of making sure that it was conformed to all league rules and regulation? Mr. KW. Where did you sign your name? K with more here. I'm not sure if this part here, and I want to thank one of our group members that pointed it out, because I did not know the KW. It was K Whitmore that goes around the league checking for the equipment, that everything is up to par. So shout out to the group member that taught us that lesson, taught me that lesson. I love learning new stuff every day, especially when it comes to goalie pads. I'm not an expert in that, so it's really fun to just to know these kind of facts. So you got K Whitmore here. He wrote KW. I'm not sure what this is. Is it part of his autograph, or is it some sort of it's hard to say. Looks like an S or a 5, but clearly we see a 8 and a 25 here, so I'm thinking this was done during the preseason. August 25th, K Whitmore went through these pads to make sure they're up to conformity, and then Jonathan Quick started the season with these pads. So you got Quick stitched here and Quick stitched here. Very light pads, by the way. Some nice wear and tear that was not part of the photo match. Yet in the photo match, the pads look pretty new still. And then they took some pucks and abuse during the season, and for some reason he changed the pad set for the later part of the season. So you got the screws here that are all rusty. That's always cool to see. Same thing here. The stitching's coming off. You got our COA that matches our LOA. And same thing here. He used the skate laces to tie this, or is it this part of the pad actually? Clearly, you see, I'm not a goalie. LOL. Nobody would want to see me play. Not even my own kids. You get the strap here. So we're gonna be wrapping these baby up. Stanley Cup winning season. They still stink a little bit, which is pretty funny. Stanley Cup winning season. Jonathan Quick. Game worn pads. Photo match early season 2011, 2012. Going to LA. This is the game worn exchange. We're always looking for new goalie pads to purchase or consign, so do reach out to us anytime. We would love to carry and to sell your NHL game worn pads and goalie masks. This is Andy saying to the next one. Cheers, guys.